So that's how Mr. Wiener got his name. Oh, look at that tongue go. What's in there, Mr. Wiener? What did St. Nick get you? Oh, you gotta find it. Oh, that's a good boy. You've been a really good boy. You like this? You like this game? You get to reach into the stocking and see what Santa got you? You know you're a good boy. Oh, there you go, Tiny Tim. What did St. Nick give you? Hi, Bashful. That's how it works. That's how it works, silly. Oh, who's here waiting for me? Who's here waiting? Okay. Is that you, Tiny Tim? Oh my goodness, you remember your spot. Did you wake up from your torpor sleep? And you thought, I know right where to go. Right to this step. Black Sox, is that you? Oh. Okay, you guys get some too. Over here. Let's put some on this side. There you go. Well, who's standing out there? Looks like Nervous Nelly. Come on, guys. Come on in here. There you go. Oh, we got the little short-tailed guy. Such an adorable face on this one. Oh, let me say hi to you, Tiny Tim. You got a muddy nose. Yeah, I gotta pet you. I was really worried about you, buddy. Look at you, got really muddy paws. What were you doing? Were you digging for goodies? There you go. You get some too. Hey, are you taking Tiny Tim's spot? Look at Tiny Tim. He is moving around really good. What an improvement. That makes me so happy. You know, this is probably the toughest time of the year for him. Hopefully he has a nice hollow where he feels safe, or a nice den, and he could enter that torpor mode in safety. And he's got that handicap, so out of all of them, I was really worried about him. Yeah, Black Sox, you're a hyper little guy, aren't you? You can't make up your mind which pile you want. You want this pile? You want a cookie? You don't want a cookie. You want peanuts. You're taking handfuls. You're that hungry. So just last night, Tiny Tim made the briefest of appearances. Got a quick little video of him, and then he was off. I don't know what startled the group, but they took off, and I didn't see him for the rest of the night. Had a giant buck in the yard last night. He was chewing on the mineral block, and then he started chewing on a couple of the pumpkins. So I am so happy I have all those pumpkins out there for the deer. It's a great food source, and it lasts pretty long in this cold weather too. So Tiny Tim is just going around and grabbing the peanuts that way. He gave up on his spot. Hey Tim, there you go. Here you go, guys. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna give him a lot of peanuts, because not too many are showing up. I haven't seen a Cutie in the longest time. I'm hoping she's okay. Haven't seen Mr. Weiner today. I don't think he showed up yesterday either. So it's been a few days since I saw Mr. Weiner. So anytime I don't see my favorites, my mind starts going. I start thinking the worst. I live in a major city, so anything's possible. Plus there's it's an urban jungle. There's coyotes everywhere, and there's fox. I think these guys are starting to get big enough where fox isn't an issue with them, but coyotes, their entire lifespan, coyotes will be an issue for a raccoon. Well, we got a little bit of bread pieces here. What is that, Tiny Tim? Is that yummy? Hi there, little cutie. So that's the one I was trying to get close by the other day to hand feed. I'm trying to make some progress with this one. Seems very inquisitive, but still quite nervous. But nothing that a cookie can't conquer. Right, Black Sox? Look at it, it's a whole big cookie. Oh my goodness. You're looking at it. Oh, you got your eyes. Oh, look at that tongue go. Look at that tongue go. Oh, you're thinking about it. Oh, Tiny Tim, you wrecked it. I was right there. It was gonna happen. I was gonna hand feed that one for the first time and you made all that racket. Now I gotta start from scratch. Okay, start off with some little pieces. Come on, Black Sox, you two. Timmy, you're liking some cookies today, huh? You're such a cute boy. Oh, I can't believe how good he's doing. Hey, little squirt. There you go. So yeah, you still see a hobble when he goes off, but what a difference. Oh, you're a little nervous, buddy, I know. Okay, I want to try again with this guy. You know you want cookies. Yes, you do. I gotta lure you in with some tiny pieces. Then you're gonna want the whole shebang. Tiny Tim, you gotta show him how it's done. You know, it really helps when there's a lot of others around and they see me taking turns hand feeding them all, that they just kind of get right in line and next thing you know they're taking it. Timmy. Yeah, eat those peanuts, buddy. Oh, that's a big bite, Tim. Come on. Come on. There you go. You gotta practice getting close. I can tell that one's getting real close to the moment where he's gonna take it out of my hand. And then that'll be a bit of a breakthrough. He's making that eye contact. Oh, there you go, Tiny Tim. What did Saint Nick give you? You got a whole cookie from Saint Nick. All right. The bashful one came and took his Saint Nick gift too. Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim. What's in there for you? Oh, that's a good boy. You've been a really good boy. Santa knows it too. Look how good he's trotting off. That is awesome. That boy's gonna be okay. Hi, Bashful. Oh, you're so cute. You're gonna take the whole stocking, you silly guy. Hey, Mr. Weiner! I was just talking about you. You're here. How you doing, good boy? Oh, there's some goodies in here for you. What's in there? What's in there, Mr. Weiner? What did Saint Nick get you? Oh, you gotta find it. You gotta reach in here, buddy. Look. There you go. There you go. You gotta reach in there. That's how it works. That's how it works, silly. You got it. Now you know the system. Oh, he's gonna take his cookie way back by the shed. It took you long enough to eat that cookie, so I crumbled them into pieces to make you stay here. That's right, you're gonna have to stay right here with me. I don't want you going nowhere. I just want to pet you. Look at your good paws. You like this? You like this game? You get to reach into the stocking and see what Santa got you? You know you're a good boy. You're on the nice list. Yes, you are. You're such a nice boy. Oh. I mean, for a wild animal, isn't this amazing? That I can pet him on the head, I can play with his paws while he's eating, and there's no aggression. And in fact, he's extraordinarily polite. You'll be hard-pressed to do this with some dogs and some cats. I'm just amazed at how a wild animal not domesticated can behave this way around a person. They figure you out. They figure out what they can and can't get away with rather quickly. And then they're very agreeable from that moment on. Like, I can completely trust him never ever to bite me. I touch his nose all the time. I can tickle his belly. I can scratch his ear. I feel very lucky to have a raccoon like this. So, I teased at it in my last video. One of our viewers, Mama Kath, who also competed in the recipe challenge, was asking how some of these guys got their names. And in the past, when someone asked how Mr. Weiner got their name, because I was new with YouTube, I was worried about getting a strike against me by just blatantly talking about it. So I said he just really enjoys hot dogs, but that's not true. Mr. Weiner got his name last year, probably around August of last year. Him and his brother Silly Boy would come over by the picnic table, and my wife and I would be sitting out there in the chairs and feeding them, and they'd be zooming in and out of our legs. And I was really starting to form a bond with him and his brother. Didn't have any names for him yet. And he stood up on my leg, and he was very excited. Let's put it that way. If you've ever seen a young male dog where the lipstick comes out of the sheath, we'll just say that. That's kind of what happened. And I went, oh, look at him. I'm going to call him Wiener. So that's how Mr. Weiner got his name. His brother, Silly Boy, was very similar to him. And for a while, I would mistake the two because they're almost twins. And eventually he got some marks on his legs from battles. He got a nice cut on his leg, which you can still see, and he had an injury to his back leg too. And that gash on his front leg, from then on, always, immediately I could go, that's Mr. Weiner. And plus, by then I was really getting used to his personality, and he has a certain walk about him, and the way he looks at me and approaches me was different than his brother Silly Boy. And unfortunately, I don't see Silly Boy anymore. Have no idea what happened. I tell myself he moved on to another place, but I don't know if that's correct. I know Silly Boy was really getting bullied, and so was Mr. Weiner. He was getting bullied when he was early in the year, like February, March. Some of the moms were really pushing him around because he's a very curious boy. He, when the babies first arrived, he just would run to the babies to check them out. And his brother was that way too, and a lot of the moms didn't like that, and they really laid into him. What are you doing to that stocking, Mr. Weiner? You need some help with that? Come on, look in here. So, those markings on him really helped me tell him apart. But more than that, it's his personality, and he comes to greet me. Many times he'll come straight to me before he starts to eat. He just has to put that wet nose on my hand, and then he goes about it. So we are friends. And I like the name I chose for him. So you got the adult version of how Mr. Wiener really got his name. It's not because he liked hot dogs. And there he goes.